Welcome back to the Guys Who Do Stuff podcast. My name is Kane Moseley, and today I'm in the workshop of famed psycho-influencer Keith Palmer, the DIY killer, to talk to him about his unique approach to making murder. Keith, welcome to the show. Hey guys, what is up? Thanks for visiting my shop. What guys? Why did you just do that? Do what? Fake punch my camera lens. It's just a quirky thing that I invented for my videos. But, well, normally there would be a scene transition right there. Okay, well, let's not do that. So, Keith, what makes you unique as an influencer? And how did you get into this hobby of murder? Great question, Kate. First of all, a lot of my viewers may be surprised to learn that I've been killing people off and on most of my life. And I've been a maker almost as long. What makes me different from all the other psychotic influencers on social media is that I found a unique niche by combining my two passions and making a living at it. Tell me about your persona, the DIY killer. So the DIY killer is a persona I created, an alter ego, if you will, that everyone can identify with. Nobody's interested in Keith Palmer, but the DIY killer, well, now I look like I could be from Corn Street, Omaha, or Castro Street, San Francisco. It's a look you can trust, and once you establish trust, as a killer or as an influencer, you can get away with anything. After a little bit of research, I discovered that you started your YouTube channel all the way back in 2018. How has YouTube and your content changed since then? How long you got? But seriously, it was a simpler time. Back in those early days, the psycho killer community on YouTube and Instagram was much tighter. Most of us were just in it for the sheer joy of slitting a throat or just bashing someone's skull. We shared and we learned our craft with others. Today, that's not enough. You have to up your game if you want viewers to watch. How so? Well, I mean, it used to be enough to just say, show my technique for stabbing somebody in the gut and then slowly eviscerating them, maybe even removing their heart. But today, viewers want more, bigger, more expensive murder tools and materials. Back in the day, it was enough to show a POV of how I threw someone in the back of a cargo van. Today, everyone's converting their abduction vehicles into cozy camper vans. I mean, where's the threat in #van life? And I know you just had a big announcement recently. This year, just a few months ago, you went full time. Congratulations. So, how does a psycho killer earn a living? Well, that's the best part about what I do. I make a pretty sweet living off of brand deals. So like I have an ongoing partnership with Swiffer, who I use and I promote them for mopping up blood. And I did a Home Depot integration showing how I soundproofed my cellar dungeon. I made a coffee table out of human entrails and Total Boat epoxy. I finish all of my skull trophies with Rubio monocoat, and I use ISO tunes to protect my hearing from screams of agony. Currently, I'm dialoguing with top brands of acid barrels, machetes, strangulation ropes, duct tape, chainsaws, handcuffs, hatchets, hypodermic syringes, blindfolds, ball gags, bludgeons, and Squarespace. Yeah, one of the things I've noticed is that you've been using a wider variety of tools recently. Can you talk a little bit about that? Well, it's just recently that I started using my tools in novel new ways, which has actually been very liberating to me as an agony artist. And it helps prevent burnout. For instance, my go-to saw for dismembering a corpse for years has been a reciprocating saw. And I know it's a little controversial, and some guys still like to use chainsaws, but I think they mangle the bones too much. The reciprocating saws will cut through anything quickly and efficiently. But lately, I've been using things that most people wouldn't even think of, like a jigsaw with a metal cutting blade. I mean, it's slow, but you get a nice clean cut on the bone. And if I do it while my victim is still alive, I get those natural screams of agony. It's just great ASMR. It makes for those oddly satisfying TikTok videos that everybody's craving. I think it elevates my content. Do you ever see yourself going digital? Oh, well, that's a hot topic, Kane. I mean, it's kind of cool watching someone carve up a face on a CNC or a laser cutter, especially while they're still alive. And it attracts a lot of new psychos to the craft, which is a good thing. But I don't know, I still prefer the tactile nature of using traditional handheld power tools for killing. I like to feel a person's intestines while they're still inside their guts. I mean, is it really murder if a machine does most of the work? Yeah, it's a philosophical question, I suppose. Do you murder for the end goal of a dead body, or do you kill because you just want to savor the whole process? I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I prefer joining together femurs from one corpse and arm bones from other victims, maybe a few fingers here and there, and making an actual armchair. I mean, that's a timeless look, and I think my viewers appreciate that extra effort. So with all of your recent success and all you've got going on lately, what's next for the DIY killer? What can your followers look forward to? Oh, I'm glad you asked that, Kane. I'm just about to launch a new line of charcuterie boards on Etsy. It seems like a great untapped market to get into, and I'm making mine all out of walnut with bone inlay. And next month I'll be launching DIY Killer Plus, which is where I'll be live streaming your death. What?